Oh, good boy. Hello and welcome to Good Game Spawn Point. I'm Rad. Coming up on today's show, we take to the paddock and ping the pill around in our review of AFL Evolution 2.
Just not good enough. Great mark in the pack. Going for goal number one. He makes that kick count.
Plus, we visit Worm Club and meet the Aussies behind the adorable amphibian adventures of Frog Detective.
It's quite a small and silly game. I thought people might not like it as much as I like it, but it seems to have resonated with quite a few people. I think it's because it's so silly.
Fun frog fact, frogs drink water through their skin. And fun frog fact is hard to say. Another fun frog fact. All right, enough frogging around. Let's hop to it and start the show. AFL Evolution 2 is a sequel, an evolution, if you will, of 2017's first game in the Evolution series. Now, I didn't love it because Aussie rules is really hard to turn into a fun video game, and it's just a difficult sport to understand if you're not a huge fan. But has the game finally evolved from a meek cat into a mighty lion?
Can't wait for this one to begin, and I think the crowd would agree too. And here we go. Finds the loose ball. Got the hands free. Great grab. Brilliant tackle. Channels a long kick. Marked by Pickett. Goes for home. Off the ground. He's kicked a goal.
Like all good sequels, AFL Evolution 2 makes a few changes and updates from the first round. There are the expected gameplay and AI improvements, but the coolest is the addition of the entire Women's League, complete with every player's likeness. They've also added some of the smaller stadiums from around Australia, the state leagues, and a Guernsey creator, which allows you to make custom uniforms and share them online. Oh, time to give these boys a nice rose pompadour palette. There are also two new voices in the commentary box, although they often repeat themselves and you're constantly hearing where the audio clips are cut together. It starts out kind of funny, and then slowly becomes more and more irritating.
Anthony Hudson here for this battle between the Swans and the visiting team. Here today, the clash between Fremantle and Carlton. It's GWS Giants 6-3-39. Brisbane 4-4-28.
And unfortunately, the game has a lot of these rough edges. Loading times seem way longer than necessary for a game of this size. The menus are clunky and there's a lot of them. And some of the player likenesses are downright terrifying. Ugh. Yet for a game released in 2020, this is not pretty. But despite all of this, the core gameplay can be fun. After some study. I say study because there's no training mode. Just like the previous game, you have to sit and watch videos on how to play. I had to take notes. I had to do homework in order to play. Which I will do for pizza. After a few matches though, I kinda got it and started to find a fun flow. It's the same sort of feeling as when a football match is going really well. Take possession, pass it off, set up a mark near the posts, line up a goal and score! When you're in this flow, it's pretty fun. I liked goal kicking the most because it feels like you're fully in control and it's something you can practice. Lining up a perfect shot on goals by taking into account your kick power, angle of attack, and the wind can be super rewarding. But there are also times when it's a lot less fun to play. Those were the moments when the ball is out of control, everyone's just running around, and you have to focus on the more confusing mechanics, like marking and ball ups. No matter how much I studied and tried, I could not work out how to do either of these things well. It just felt completely random.
Blakely couldn't hang on to the ball.
Because of this, I think the game is at its best when you can just focus on its strengths and ignore all the extra stuff. It's perfect for playing with a friend who's also keen on the sport, so you can just jump into a casual match to settle which team is superior, or create fantasy matchups with the game's best players. And let's face it, with the lack of real footy going on right now, fans need to get their AFL fix somewhere. So, like a lot of other niche sports titles, this isn't fancy, but if you're missing your quality footy time, you'll get a kick out of it. That's another footy joke, because a kick is a thing they do. As someone who's not super into AFL, AFL Evolution 2 didn't quite pull it off for me. But then fans might say, this game isn't made for non-fans, so who cares what I think? And look, they are right. But still, how dare you? I care what I think. And so I'm giving it 2.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Didn't there used to be a special jacket that people would wear for the scoop? I wonder if there's any chance of having a special tailor-made version for me. Hello, and welcome to the scoop! It's time now to whip around some of the latest gaming news. Firstly, while we've already seen glimpses of Minecraft's official new ray tracing mode, players will now be able to test it out for themselves, as the Minecraft ray tracing beta has come to Windows 10 PC. The beta also includes new worlds to explore from Minecraft creators, designed to show off what the new graphics tech has to offer. Moving on to the news of the latest major Nintendo Switch update, which allows users to remap their controller buttons. Up to 5 custom configurations can be stored for Joy-Cons or Switch Pro controllers, so you can switch up your buttons based on your preferences. Another addition in this update was the ability to transfer data, including digital software and DLC, from the system memory to micro SD card and vice versa. And in other news, the latest installment in the annual F1 racing game series, F1 2020, has been announced. This edition of the game will add a team career management mode for the first time, and bring back the much-loved split-screen multiplayer, which is sure to please the F1 fan community. It's time now for an extra scoop! With each passing week, more and more impressive creations emerge in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Like this recreation of Pokemon Gold and Silver's Johto region by a player in Japan. Look at those pixel art ground coverings, and a wearable Cyndaquil outfit. Impressive! That's all for the scoop this week. Until next week, farewell. Now, about that jacket. I can have my assistant send a list of my most flattering colour palettes. Soft blue hues really bring out my bulbs.
Hey, I'm Grace.
I'm Tom.
We're Worm Club. Come check out our Worm headquarters. I'm the creative director at the studio Worm Club. We make a game called Frog Detective. I work with my partner Tom. It's just the two of us plus our soundtrack person Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan. Grace is making Frog Detective 1, The Haunted Island, and I was helping out a little bit. And once people responded to that really well, we realized we should keep doing this. And now Worm Club is making more Frog Detective, basically.
We work from home, so we're kind of always together 24/7. But it's really fun. We have really good time here. We have to be besties. We spend probably around 50% of the day hanging out with our dog, which is a perk from working from home. Good girl.
There's just two of us, so day to day we just kind of do whatever needs to be done next, and that can involve lots of different things.
I'll maybe 3D model something, 3D model a character.
I handle most of the tech stuff.
Write some dialogue.
Programming, writing the logic that puts the game together.
Checking in on our community, checking in on merch production. I mean, no one asked us for this.
One of the things that I really enjoy is just being able to enable someone else's creativity and just help out them express whatever they want to express or make whatever they want to make. So I enjoy that a lot.
The best game of all time is Splatoon 2. Tom agrees.
I agree.
We had our game at PAX West in Seattle last year, and that was the first time we'd really shown an advanced build of the game publicly, and it was kind of scary because we didn't really know how people were going to react. But it kind of turned out that it was the best thing we could have done because we saw how many people liked it and were engaging with it, and there were people playing for the whole 4 days just consistently, there were lines consistently. It's really surprising actually because it's quite a small and silly game. I thought people might not like it as much as I like it, but it seems to have resonated with quite a few people. I think it's because it's so silly. When I was at university, I was learning 3D and I kind of realized that 3D is really hard and I wasn't very good at it. So I started making basically what I could, which was weird little creatures, and I thought they were really funny. And that's kind of where I got my aesthetic, I think, just finding things that weren't perfect but were silly. I think I like to look at how people interact with each other in day-to-day life. When I make games, I want to basically channel the experience of watching people talk to each other on a train, which is gentle but really funny. What's the one I'm playing now? Wind Waker? Yeah, Wind Waker, I think, like the way that you talk to those people in the towns. I want to have like characters that seem to have their own life going on, and I feel like games like Zelda, you always feel like the towns that you visit, the characters don't really care what you're doing because they have their own life. I think my biggest piece of advice for people that are starting to get into games is just make something small. I think lots of people really want to make their first game to be super huge. They want to make Minecraft, they want to make Fortnite, and then they start getting onto a program and they're like, oh wow, this is really hard.
Follow your passions or follow what you're interested in. If you're not into programming, there's a lot of tools out there that let you make games without programming or technical skills.
I think if you can just do a really simple thing like make a character move around a screen, you're really that's a great place to start. My first games were very small, but people still liked them. So get your games out there.
Alrighty, time to tackle some Ask SP questions. I've got the Ask SP phone and tablet. Now I just need something borrowed for luck. Oh, this pen I borrowed from work. Now something blue. My hair. Well, now that's out of the way, let's jump in with a video question from the Pug Queen.
Hi GGSP, I have 3 questions for you. 1, are there any games to do with pugs or any dogs? Because if there are, can you please do a review on them or just tell me? 2, do you know why Roblox got rid of Builders Club? Because now they have premium, and I'd really like to know why. 3, what is your favourite colour? I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with knowing people's favourite colours. Thank you and have a nice day, says Mr. Pug.
Thank you, Pug Queen. Well, you see, I love dogs, but I would consider myself more of a cat person overall, so I'm going to call in Darren to see what his thoughts are on the matter.
Greetings, you've reached Darren.
Hey Darren, just Jem here, answering the old Ask SP questions. I was wondering if you could talk a bit about games with dogs and or pugs in them for the Pug Queen.
Oh, you're barking up the right tree with that one, Jem. If it's pugs in particular you're after, Pug Queen, there are a few pug-specific games out there, like the Turbo Pug series. Turbo Pug is a runner-style game with procedurally generated levels. That means the level designs are randomly created via computer code. There's also Turbo Pug DX, the successor to Turbo Pug, which builds on the first game with a few more features. And Turbo Pug 3D, which, as you might imagine, is like the other Turbo Pug games, but 3D. Then there's Super Mega Neo Pug, where Turbo Pug takes to the sky. These are all pretty simple games and mostly on PC, but if you're a lover of pugs, you may find them cute. Oh, and let's not forget Super Space Pug! This one is similar to the Turbo Pug games, but it's more of an arcade shoot-'em-up, or shmup, where you are a pug called Demetrius III, hurtling through space, busting space rocks, and defeating evil cats. Oh, gotta love that pug life.
Good info there, Daz. And I mean, hey, dogs feature in various ways in loads of video games, don't they? Many of which we've actually reviewed on the show. From Stardew Valley, where you have a pet dog from the beginning, to Animal Crossing New Horizons that feature some dog character villagers, to Wargroove, where good boy Caesar is one of the commanders.
Affirmative. Nintendogs was also a popular pet simulator game for the 3DS. And a similar game came out last year for the Switch called Little Friends, Dogs and Cats. You can check out a Let's Play of that in our online archive, featuring Rad and Boatmeal.
Burma doesn't seem to like this game.
Oh, so cute.
Are you talking about me, Gem?
Oh, I mean, you're cute in your own way too, Darren.
Why, thank you. Now I'm off. Talk to you later, Gem. Bye-bye.
Okay, Darren, see ya. Thanks a bunch. Now, on to why Roblox got rid of Builders Club. Well, according to Roblox, they actually wanted to rename Builders Club to clear up a common misconception among newcomers that Builders Club was required to actually build things on Roblox. So it's now known as Premium. It seems many of the features are the same at this stage though. The main difference that I can see is that with Premium, Robux are received monthly rather than daily. Now for my favourite colour. Well, obviously I like blue. I like all shades of blue. Baby blue, electric boogaloo. I could go on. Wait, actually, I think electric boogaloo is a dance, not a type of colour. Anywho, let's have another question, and this one is from Saxon.
Hi GGSP, I've had 2 questions for a long time. When is the new Xbox gonna come out? And will Super Mario Odyssey ever come out for any console?
Thanks, Saxon. In answer to your first question about when the new Xbox is going to come out,
But now let's have a surprise.
I believe that the plan is for the new Xbox, the Xbox Series X, to come out towards the end of this year, as will the new PlayStation, the PS5. This is provided there aren't any delays getting their hardware produced and distributed or anything like that, but I'm sure we'll hear more updates if that does happen in the future. Now on to whether Super Mario Odyssey will ever come out to other consoles. Well, it's highly unlikely that it will officially come out on any non-Nintendo console. Nintendo generally tend to keep their big main games, like those featuring Mario, on their own platforms. Alrighty, I think we have time for one more quick questionmundo, and this one comes to us from I Has Arms in Braxton, New South Wales. I too have arms. Look at them. Who is your favourite Animal Crossing New Horizons villager and why? If you do not answer, I will steal your arms and create an army. Do these. Oh, that first emoticon looks like Kirby. Thank you, I Has Arms, but I would very much appreciate you not stealing my arms. Thanks a bunch. But in answer to your question about which Animal Crossing New Horizons villager is my favourite, well, I'm gonna have to say it is Apple, the cheerful little hamster. Not only is it adorable the way she calls you cheekers, but she's got such a bubbly personality. It's hard not to crack a smile listening to her. And I believe that's all the time we have for Ask SP this week. If you have a question, go here and send it in. And don't forget to keep those videos coming for your chance to score some sweet GGSP merch. Whew, I did it! First solo Ask SP. Well, a bit of help from Darren, I guess, but still pretty good, and it's all thanks to this lucky pen. Oh wait, this is actually my pen. It was my pen all along. Look at that. The luck was inside me. Well, that's it for today on GGSP, but coming up next week on the show, we blast off and take our creativity where no one has gone before in our review of Space Engineers. Plus, we rope in some friends to help us move a couch in Moving Out.
When it comes to moving on time, don't let anything stand in your way.
And make sure to check out the ABC Me app for an extra snack-size serve of GGSP, where we round up some of the mobile games that have been draining our batteries. Until next time, may all your games be good ones. Gem out.
Rat out.
Will out.
Oh, hey guys, nice of you to join me.
I can't hear her right over the other side of the screen. What did she say?
She said, nice of you to join me.
What?
I said nice of you to join me.
Oh yeah, I'd love some ice cream.
Oh, me too.
What?